Once upon a time, in a peaceful little village, there lived an old lady known for her kindness, wisdom, and ever-present smile. She was cherished by everyone, and villagers often sought her advice, eager to share their troubles and seek solace in her words. One day, a curious young man approached her and asked, "How is it that you're always so happy? Even when things go wrong, you never seem sad. Don't you ever feel bad when life gets tough?" The old lady smiled warmly and replied, "My dear, life is full of ups and downs. There are good days and bad days. But I've learned that true happiness doesn't come from what happens around me, it comes from within." The young man, puzzled, asked, "What do you mean? How can you stay happy when bad things happen?" With a serene look, the old lady began to share a story from her life. "When I was young, I had a loving family, a husband and children. We weren't wealthy, but we were happy. One day, my husband fell seriously ill, and we didn't have enough money for medicine. Despite all our efforts, he passed away. It was the darkest moment of my life. I cried endlessly and believed I would never feel joy again." The young man listened intently as she continued, "After some time, I realized that dwelling on my sorrow wouldn't bring my husband back. My children needed me, and I needed to find a way to move forward. Slowly, I began to see life differently. I understood that while life has its hardships, I could choose not to let the bad moments define my happiness." The young man asked, "But how did you do that? How did you find happiness again?" The old lady smiled gently. "Every morning, I start my day by telling myself, today is a new day, and I will find something to be happy about. Some days, it's harder than others, but I always find something, even if it's as small as the sun shining, a flower blooming, or a kind word from a friend. There is always something to be thankful for." The young man pondered her words but asked, "What if something really bad happens? How can you stay happy then?" The old lady replied, "It's not easy, but I remind myself that everything passes, even the bad times. When difficulties come, I focus on the blessings I still have, my health, my friends, or simply the fact that I am alive. Happiness is a choice. You can choose to focus on what's wrong and be sad, or you can choose to see the good and be happy. It's not always simple, but it's always possible." The young man thanked her for her wisdom and decided to put her advice into practice. From that day forward, he sought to find something good in every situation. Over time, he noticed his outlook changing. Even when challenges arose, he stayed positive and discovered joy in life's little moments. Word of the old lady's wisdom spread throughout the village, inspiring others to embrace her philosophy. Slowly, the village became a happier place, united by the understanding that happiness isn't about possessions or circumstances, it's about perspective. And so, thanks to the old lady's teachings, the village thrived in harmony and gratitude. Her legacy lived on, reminding everyone that happiness is a choice born from within. Life's trials will come and go, but with a positive heart, we can always find strength, joy, and contentment.